Right now we're back and we're on the final segment of the show before we will be joining Gen Voices to hear what the young Nigerians all around the country and actually in diaspora as well will be saying in terms of the development of our country and the leadership issues that we've experienced over the years, and where these young people, the youths of the nation, whom the two experts who were here earlier said form more than 60% of our population. But the issue we're discussing now is as a result of President Goodluck Jonathan's signed bill on Monday, where that bill has become law and it will criminalize same-sex relationship or marriage, and this is done in defiance of Western pressure over gay rights, and the United States have made it very clear, European countries have made it very clear, Canada has come out and made a clear statement that Nigeria should review this law and, if possible, completely rescind and wipe it out so that gays will not be criminalized because of their sexual orientation. Joining us for this conversation, to have this conversation, is a commentator, Mr. Kazim Akinreti. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure we will also be joined by someone else on the phone, but we're trying to get through so that we can have the conversation and have somebody that throws in a little bit of knowledge of the experience of what gay people go through during the course of this program. But let me start with you. You've heard what the president has done, you've read in the papers, you probably would have seen the bill that is now an act. What is your thought about this issue of gay rights?
Well, first of all, let me join millions of Nigerians to thank Mr. President for doing the needful, signing that bill into law in line with the democratic ethos. Because in democracy, the majority will have their way, minority will have their say. And in democracy, as far as that law which, is concerned now, the majority opinion is that people are against any form of homosexuality or homophobic activities in this country, and perhaps other African countries to also say no to that. And also, religious bodies.
Pardon me butting in. How did you come to the conclusion that the majority of Nigerians are against?
Yeah, there was a public hearing for it, in which even those who are gays were also entitled to it. They came there to also make their own position clear. If you listen to Amanpo program on Thursday, where one of the we'll call the leading lights of gay community in Nigeria, BC Alimi, spoke from London, and saying, presenting his own views, and he acknowledged that they were invited to Abuja National Assembly to also, state their own case. But of course, he said he surely knows that it's not in their own favor, so he actually had to, move down to the UK, and then right there, he's enjoying his freedom. That's absolutely good for him, and that's why I said, they are in the minority, absolutely. And they can, in fact, they even fear to also identify publicly then, so that this is what they are doing. But in democracy too, they also have the opportunity of saying, yes, we are doing this, and this is what we feel about it. But the majority, religious bodies, groups are saying, well, no.
Let me ask you this question. A sizable number of Nigerians and non-Nigerians all around the world are asking the question, is this supposed to be our number one priority with the things that we're going through? Should this be a law that should take such speed to get signed when we have so many other issues in Nigeria?
Pressing issues.
Well, it's neither here nor there.
No, the speed of passage is almost unprecedented.
It's not about the speed, it's about the spirit of doing it. Let's put things in perspective. If you are saying, okay, we have demand sign it, hurriedly, or one way or the other.
No, we're not saying it was.
I'm just wondering. There were time for it. These issues were debated. They passed through normal processes of lawmaking in this country. First reading, second reading, third reading. And there was even a public hearing for it. So I shudder as a journalist when I had people saying, there wasn't more time, and the president does give because it's not a necessary issue, it's also a pressing issue. What can be more pressing than the morality of the society sinking down, and then it's also affecting you one way or the other? We must get development also goes, with morality.
Does the spending, does the disappearance of $10 billion, does it affect morality of Nigeria?
Absolutely, it does.
Does the fact that the CBN governor said it was actually 49.8 billion, does it affect? Does the fact that we have a situation where Shopee was said to have lost a lot of money and we're not sure where that money is, and they said no, it was not lost, does it affect our morality? So why are there no legislation to make sure that some people are put in prison?
There are legislations for it. It is now the good way to push ahead those laws that affect fraud or other criminality in this country. Is that there are two different things. This is the first time in which you have a legislation against, gay rights in this country. We must put it in a clear perspective. And there's no point for us mixing two things together. Okay. In journalism, facts are sacred, comments are free. People can make their comments, right? But facts on the ground do shows that, yes, this is the first time we are making this a criminal offense. Obviously, this kind of activities have been going on the ground, But then, in order not to make it, not to legalize it, people have called for this kind of law. Don't forget about that.
Yes.
Religious bodies have done so, both Christians and Muslims. Even though you made it, this was sad. You see Christian bodies, the president, even the Muslims also doing. We also, as members of Ahmadiyya Muslim, we do the same thing.
Okay.
That is
we will have to wrap up now because we're told the people at the Gen Voices event, young Nigerians, I reckon, they probably will be talking about this now. So we want to say thank you very much, Mr. Kazim Akinreti, a commentator who has joined us to discuss same-sex marriage. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Alero, we have to go now.
Okay, so we have to run today. We will see you again next Saturday. My name is Alero Edu.
My name is Kazim Akinreti. We're going live to where the event is starting now. Have a great weekend.